Hi guys, welcome back to Flick Finesse. Today we're checking out the top 12 thriller movies you can stream right now on Amazon Prime Video, Peacock and Starz. These are the kind of thrillers that hook you from the start, keep you guessing all the way through, and leave you thinking long after the credits roll. From psychological stories to high-tension crime dramas, we've got a mix that'll keep you on edge. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the list. Number 12. When Fall is Coming. It is a French drama thriller directed by François Ozon. The film is set in a quiet countryside village, where the beauty of autumn hides unsettling family tensions. The story follows Michelle, a retired grandmother who wishes to reconnect with her estranged daughter and young grandson. However, an unfortunate incident during a family meal creates a rift that pushes Michelle into loneliness and self-doubt. Things take a turn when she meets Vincent, a mysterious ex-convict who starts helping her around the house and gradually becomes entangled in her life. The film explores themes of guilt, forgiveness, and the fragile nature of family bonds in a subtle yet suspenseful way. Ozon relies less on traditional thriller tropes and more on mood, ambiguity, and what remains unspoken. The slow pacing and quiet atmosphere build a sense of unease that keeps you guessing about Michelle's true intentions and the secrets she carries. While some may find the narrative deliberately ambiguous, the performances, particularly Hélène Vincent as Michelle, give the film its emotional weight. Overall, When Fall is Coming emerges as a thoughtful, slow-burn drama with thriller undertones, offering a rewarding experience for viewers who enjoy layered characters and moral complexity. Number 11. Abigail. The film takes place inside a secluded mansion, where a group of criminals are hired for what seems like an easy kidnapping job. Their target is Abigail, a quiet young ballerina who is the daughter of a wealthy man. The plan is simple: guard her overnight until the ransom is paid. But as the night unfolds, the criminals realize their victim is far from ordinary. Trapped in the sprawling estate, they begin to face terrifying and violent consequences for underestimating her. The story blends elements of suspense, horror, and dark humor, while keeping the audience on edge with its claustrophobic setting and sharp pacing. The film relies heavily on atmosphere, bloody set pieces, and shifting power dynamics between hunter and prey. The cast delivers solid performances, with Alicia Weir as Abigail stealing the spotlight through her unsettling presence and sharp transformation. Overall, Abigail is a tense and gory ride that offers plenty of thrills, making it a fun watch for fans of stylish modern horror. Number 10. My Son. Edmund Murray is a traveling businessman who spends most of his life on the road. When he receives a call that his young son has gone missing during a school trip in the Scottish Highlands, he rushes back, grey, filled with guilt for not being there as a father. Estranged from his ex-wife Joan, Edmund is forced to piece together fragments of information while the police investigation moves slowly. Wandering through bleak landscapes, he follows faint leads and grows more desperate by the hour. The film builds tension not through constant action, but through silence, atmosphere, and the raw emotion of a parent searching for their child. James McAvoy carries the role with an improvised intensity that makes every scene feel unpredictable, while Claire Foy adds depth as the grieving mother. My Son stands out as a restrained mystery thriller that relies on mood and performance rather than big twists. Number 9. Savages. Ben, a peaceful and charitable botanist, and Chon, a former Navy SEAL, run a highly successful marijuana operation in Southern California. They share a unique and loving relationship with Ophelia. Their idyllic life is threatened when a brutal Mexican cartel, led by the formidable Elena, demands to take over their thriving business. Refusing to surrender, the three of them are plunged into a dangerous conflict that puts everything they have at risk. The tension builds as they are forced to confront the ruthless power of the cartel, testing the limits of their love, loyalty, and defiance. This stylish and violent thriller, directed by Oliver Stone, explores what people are capable of when pushed to their breaking point. Number 8. Bang. Melinda is a shy and lonely girl who works the night shift at a small gas station. Together with her more confident colleague, she feels invisible to everyone around her and longs for some kind of attention. One evening, their quiet routine is interrupted when a desperate man with a gun storms into the station to commit a robbery. Instead of reacting with fear, Melinda finds herself strangely drawn into the situation and begins to see it as a chance to step out of her ordinary life. The entire story unfolds within the claustrophobic walls of the station, turning a simple crime into a psychological game. The film is directed by Mike Gahn and combines thriller and drama with a dark atmosphere. The main highlight of the movie is the performance of Tilda Cobham Hervey, who perfectly conveys the character's fragile and unpredictable nature. Overall, Burn is a small but tense thriller that stands out for its unusual heroine and its sense of unease from beginning to end. Number 7. Machete Kills. Machete is a former federale who is invited by the US president to take on a suicidal mission. The task is to stop a madman who has a powerful weapon pointed at the United States. Together with his unusual allies, Machete sets off on a bloody road filled with mercenaries, traitors, and eccentric villains. The film is directed by Robert Rodriguez and is a sequel to the cult action grindhouse Machete. It is filled with deliberately exaggerated violence, wild shootouts, and comic book-style characters. Danny Trejo once again convincingly embodies the indestructible hero, while Mel Gibson appears as one of the main antagonists. The cast also includes Michelle Rodriguez, Sofia Vergara, and Lady Gaga. Machete Kills is not a serious action film, but a parody packed with absurd humor and grotesque action scenes that make it a fun spectacle for fans of over-the-top cinema. Number 6. The Raven. It is a gothic mystery thriller directed by James McTeague. The film is set in 19th century Baltimore, a city gripped by fear after a series of gruesome murders. The story revolves around Edgar Allan Poe, a famous writer whose own stories become inspiration for a serial killer determined to recreate them in real life. The film delves into issues of obsession, intellect, and moral courage, as Poe works alongside a determined detective to track the killer before more lives are lost. The tension rises as the duo uncovers clues and navigates a dark and twisted cityscape filled with secrets and danger. The film combines atmospheric visuals, suspenseful sequences, and clever plot twists, making it an engaging viewing experience for fans of detective thrillers. Despite some historical liberties, the performances, particularly John Cusack as Poe, bring intensity and eccentric charm that carry the film forward. Overall, The Raven is a gripping, stylish thriller that captures the dark imagination of Poe while keeping viewers on edge. Number 5. A Working Man. It is a 2025 action thriller film directed by David Ayer. The film takes place in Chicago, where Levon Cade, a former Royal Marine now working as a construction foreman, finds his quiet life shattered when his employer's daughter is kidnapped by ruthless traffickers. Driven by a strong personal code, Levon undergoes a relentless mission to rescue her, facing danger, betrayal, and brutal confrontations along the way. The movie is notable for its intense action sequences and raw physicality, while the performances, particularly Jason Statham as Levon, give weight to the stoic hero. The supporting cast, including David Harbour and Michael Pena, add moments of depth. The film mostly focuses on high-octane action and suspense rather than complex narrative or character exploration. Overall, A Working Man is a straightforward, gritty action thriller that will appeal to fans of intense, fast-paced revenge stories. Number 4. 1408. It is a psychological horror thriller film directed by Mikael Hofstrom. The film centers on Mike Enslin, a skeptical writer who investigates paranormal events for his books. He travels to the Dolphin Hotel in New York to spend a night in the infamous room 1408. Despite repeated warnings from the hotel manager, Mike chooses to stay inside the room, where he soon encounters terrifying and inexplicable occurrences that challenge his perception of reality. The film focuses on building suspense and a claustrophobic atmosphere, while exploring themes of grief, guilt, and human psychology. The performance of John Cusack as Mike is compelling and keeps the tension high throughout the movie, while Samuel L. Jackson provides a grounded counterpoint as the hotel manager. 1408 stands out for its intense sequences, unsettling visuals, and psychological depth, making it a gripping thriller that keeps viewers on edge from start to finish. Number 3. Murder on the Orient Express. It is a mystery thriller film directed by Kenneth Branagh. The movie centers on Hercule Poirot, a world-renowned detective with an eye for detail and a methodical mind. The story begins when Poirot boards the luxurious Orient Express for a cross-Europe journey, during which a passenger is mysteriously murdered. Poirot is called to investigate and soon finds himself navigating a web of secrets, lies, and hidden motives among the eclectic group of travelers. The film keeps viewers engaged with clever deduction and tense interrogation scenes, while maintaining a slow-burning suspense that builds throughout the confined setting of the train. The ensemble cast, including Kenneth Branagh, Penelope Cruz, Johnny Depp, Judi Dench, and Michelle Pfeiffer, deliver memorable performances. The movie moves at a steady pace with intricate storytelling and stylish visuals. While the plot follows classic whodunit conventions, Murder on the Orient Express is a sophisticated and engaging detective thriller that will appeal to fans of mystery and suspense. Number 2. The Mothman Prophecies. It is a supernatural thriller film directed by Mark Pellington. The movie centers on John Klein, a journalist whose life changes after the sudden and mysterious death of his wife, Mary Klein, played by Deborah Messing. The narrative begins when Klein travels to a small town in West Virginia to investigate strange sightings and bizarre occurrences linked to the local legend of the Mothman. As he digs deeper, he encounters unexplained phenomena and eerie warnings that challenge his understanding of reality. The plot thickens as Klein attempts to uncover the truth behind the mysterious events while confronting his own grief and obsession. Richard Gere delivers a grounded and compelling performance as Klein, while Laura Linney provides support as Sheriff Connie Mills, guiding him through the investigation. The film blends real-world investigation with supernatural tension, creating a chilling and suspenseful atmosphere. Overall, The Mothman Prophecies is a slow-burning thriller that explores fear, obsession, and the unknown, while keeping viewers on edge throughout. Number 1. 3:10 to Yuma. It is a Western action thriller film directed by James Mangold. The movie centers on Dan Evans, a struggling rancher and family man who volunteers to escort the notorious outlaw Ben Wade to justice. The narrative begins when Evans takes on the dangerous task of transporting Wade from a small town to the train that will deliver him to prison. Along the way, the two men must navigate treacherous terrain, face deadly threats from Wade's gang, and confront moral dilemmas about law, loyalty, and survival. The film blends intense action sequences with character-driven tension. Christian Bale delivers a grounded and empathetic performance as Evans, while Russell Crowe embodies the charismatic and unpredictable outlaw Wade. The supporting cast adds depth and richness to the story, and the carefully crafted standoffs, horseback pursuits, and suspenseful moments keep viewers engaged. Overall, 3:10 to Yuma is a gripping Western thriller that combines action, drama, and strong performances into a highly entertaining package. That's it for today's list. If you enjoyed it, hit like, drop your favorite thriller in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Flick Finesse for more picks. See you in the next one.